Good evening, everyone, from Allegiance Field at Oakland Park, live from Missoula, Montana. On this Saturday night, it is time for Oakland Ballers baseball. It's your defending Pioneer League champion Oakland Ballers against the Missoula Paddleheads. Game 5 of this 6-game series and the penultimate game of this 12-game road trip for your Ballers as they gear up looking to take a 3-2 lead in the series. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Gareth Kwok for Ballers Radio, whether you're tuning in on through our YouTube channel or through the Home Team Network. Well, yesterday, walks troubled Oakland in a Friday night loss to Missoula, a 15-3 thrashing from the Paddleheads against the Ballers. And simply put, there were too many free bases. That's been a common theme throughout this road trip, unfortunately, but 23 free bases and 14 walks hindered the Ballers last night, which even the series at 2 games apiece. The first half of the game, though, was pitched very well by Oakland. Aiden Rissy, the starter, pitched 5 innings and allowed just 2 runs. At one point, he retired 10 of 11 batters faced, and Oakland would support him with runs in the 4th against the Missoula starting lefty Jaron Jackson. RBI singles from an RBI single from Jaden Kalora, an RBI double from Nick Leahy, and a sac fly from Nick Poss gave Oakland a 3-2 lead. The 6th inning, though, is where things would go south for the Ballers as Missoula scored 9 runs on only 4 hits and 1 error. Rissy appeared to run out of gas in the 6th inning. He walked 3 in the frame, including a bases-loaded walk to Mike Kazuski. Campbell Spradling replaced him, and he faced 5 batters, did not record an out, and allowed 5 runs on 3 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. The Paddleheads sent 13 men to the plate in that long frame, and Missoula put the nail in the coffin in the 7th with 4 more runs across. Enzo Apodaca with the biggest hit in that frame with the bases clearing, 2-out double to center. Jackson, the lefty for Missoula, besides that troublesome 4th inning, he completed 6 innings, struck out 7, and the Missoula bullpen of Mark Timmons, Grant Garza, and Matthew Taubensee combined for 3 scoreless innings and 4 strikeouts as the Paddleheads routed the Ballers last night 15-3. Well, you have to refocus and you have to take things one game at a time. And today for Oakland, still a chance to ensure at least a split on what's been a tough road trip. And for the Ballers, Charlie Hurley has been activated from the IL. He will get the ball for Oakland, and he will face the right-hander Ryan Wentz for the Paddleheads. But coming up next here on the Ballers pregame show, our pregame conversation with the starting center fielder for Oakland, Davis Druick, who is back in his 2nd season with the Ballers. 9 games in, we get a sense of how Davis is thinking. 2 home runs as well on Thursday in the win, including a 456-foot blast. We catch up with Davis Druick, the 2nd-year Baller, when the Ballers pregame show rolls on here on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to the Ballers pregame show ahead of Oakland and Missoula. Game 5 of this 6-game series between your defending champion Ballers and the Paddleheads. Gareth Kwok alongside the outfielder Davis Druick, who hit 2 home runs on Thursday in Oakland's win. Davis, 2 home runs, your third multi-homer game with the Ballers. What did you make of your performance on Thursday?
Just taking it, like I said, taking it day by day. You can't get too high, can't get too low. It's a long season, so obviously haven't felt the best at the plate, but just taking it pitch by pitch. Obviously, you love the good games. Can't dwell too much on the bad games. Just got to keep it even keel.
What do you remember about both homers? One going to the opposite field, and then the second one looked like you got a hanger. What do you remember about both?
Yeah, first one, I was just trying to be a little aggressive in the count. I knew Cam just hit a home run, so I knew he was trying to get in there, throw a strike. Just luckily got the head out enough and just flicked it over the left field fence, let the altitude and the wind do the work. Second one was I liked it, obviously a little more rewarding for me. Deep into the count, 3-2. I always love a 2-strike barrel, so especially when you get 2-strike home run and just give ourselves a little more lead, give the team a little more comfort, always feels good.
The second one traveled 456 feet. But your first one, I saw you rounding the bases. It looked like you were looking up to the baseball gods like, thank goodness I finally got one. Was that the case?
Exactly. Like I said, I'm not feeling the best right now. Just got to keep going. But baseball gods definitely play a favor, man. When they do you something good, you always got to give it back to them, man, for sure.
Well, 9 games in since you were reacquired by the Ballers. Just how are things treating you back here in Oakland?
Yeah, it feels good, man. It feels like it was last year back at home. My first time coming to the Bay last year. They treated me well, so good hospitality, everything. I love being out here. I love it.
How did that whole process go down when management called you and asked if you were thinking about coming back?
Yeah, so I let Aaron know I was available, and we had a couple of talks. I mean, obviously after last year they said they would welcome me back with open arms if the opportunity was right, how the team looked, obviously, and talked a couple times on the phone. And then the last call, he said, "Do you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's run it back, man." Like I said, I mean, I love the city of Oakland, love playing for this team, so it was a no-brainer for me.
Who was the first person that you saw when you came back to Ramadi Park? Do you remember who the first person you ran into?
I think first person was Nick Leahy, actually. I think just said what's up to him. Big smile on his face, big smile on my face. It was good to see a familiar face, especially when you had the season you had last year with some of the guys, the camaraderie, all that, man. It was good to see those guys for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the returners on the position player side between Nick Leahy, Tremaine Cobb, Isai Santos, just to reunite with those guys and try to run it back for another championship. What's it been like so far?
Really, we're not looking at the bigger picture too much. Like I said, 96 games, taking it game by game, but we know what we can do as a team. We know it takes a team to do that. It's not one guy in here that's going to be able to sway that one way or the other. We guys got to come together, take it pitch by pitch, and all lock in. But like I said, when you had a team like that, I mean, it's always good to just come back and not relive it, but just like come back and what you're coming into. How the team plays, the attitude, all that. So it's definitely comfortable.
Davis Druick, our guest here on the Ballers pregame show. Final question for you. Year 1, your rookie year to year 2 now. What sorts of things were you able to learn from your first year as a professional to now as you start your second year?
Yeah, the biggest difference, obviously, is like I say, the mental side of the game. Playing 96 games, 6 games a week, you got to realize how much it goes into preparing yourself before the game, night before, whether that's whatever you hydrate and all that, but the mental side too, just understanding what you got to do day in and day out. You can't look at it as like a season-long thing. You got to take it pitch by pitch, man. You're gonna have bad games, you're gonna have good games. Just everything. You got to, like I say, you got to stay even keeled throughout it all.
Davis, thanks for the time, and we're looking forward to a strong close to the weekend here in Missoula.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Ready to be back in Oakland.
Davis Druick, our guest here on the Ballers pregame show. Back after this here on Ballers Radio. Just a few moments away from first pitch between your defending Pioneer League champion Oakland Ballers and the Missoula Paddleheads live here in Missoula. Time now for our two pitchers brewing pitching matchup. For Oakland, it's the return of Charlie Hurley, who is in his first year with the Ballers. He had been nursing a hamstring injury for the past couple of weeks, but he flew out here a couple of days ago, and he gets the ball for Aaron Miles today. Hurley will make his third start of the year, and for Missoula, it'll be a familiar face that the Ballers who have seen before in Ryan Wentz for the Paddleheads. He makes his fourth start of the season, and right now let's take a listen in to tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Live from Missoula, Montana, it is time for Oakland Ballers Baseball right here on Ballers Radio. Let's take a look at the Oakland starting lineup. It's presented by Rubenstein. Jermaine Cobb, the shortstop, leads off. Isai Santos is in right field, batting second. Jake Allgaier, the switch-hitting third baseman, bats third. Jaden Kalora, the catcher, hits fourth. Jeter Ibarra, back in the starting lineup, is at first base and hitting fifth. Noah Blight, the left fielder, hits sixth. Cam Buford, the designated hitter, hits seventh. Davis Druick, the center fielder, hits eighth. Nick Leahy, the second baseman, bats ninth. Once again, that's Cobb, Santos, Allgaier, Kalora, Ibarra, Blythe, Buford, Druick, and Leahy for the Ballers. Defensively for Missoula, this is how they align. In the outfield, it's C.J. Dean in left, Mike Kazuski in center, Enzo Apodaca in right. And on the infield, it's Will Bermudez at third, Jeremy Pjankovic at shortstop, Leighton Berry at second, Jaskar Feliciano at first base, and behind the plate doing the catching is Camden Carlin. No Tyler Stone and no Xavier Casarola for the Paddleheads tonight, as they send to the mound the starting right-hander, Ryan Wentz, the 24-year-old from West Covina, California. He pitched collegiately at Cal State Northridge, and for Wentz, this will be his fourth start of the season. A 2-0 record, an ERA of 3.29 for the 24-year-old. His second season with the Paddleheads and his third in the Pioneer League. Good numbers thus far for Wentz. A 2-0 record, a 3.29 ERA, and only 13 2/3 innings pitched. He has struck out 17, exceptional command, just one walk allowed in those 13 2/3 innings pitched. A lively atmosphere here in Missoula. It is Star Wars night on this Saturday, albeit the Paddleheads are not wearing alternate themed jerseys for the Star Wars night, but there has been Star Wars music and a Star Wars ambiance to it. First pitch to Tremaine Cobb is a fastball outside for ball one. First pitch delivered at 6:37 p.m. local time here in Missoula. Penultimate game of this 12-game road trip, the 1-0. And Cobb takes a fastball off the corner outside, 2-0. Trey hitting .320 on the year with 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in. The right-handed bat awaits a 2-0. Wentz misses off the corner outside with a fastball that's 3-0. He is 4 for 18 this week with a leadoff homer. That was back on Thursday. 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk to begin the game as Cobb takes another ball outside. Our umpires for tonight, Mike Green is calling balls and strikes behind the plates. Matt Beaver is at third base, and Scott Ginger is at first. Those are your umpires for today as Isai Santos digs in the lefty box. First pitch from Wentz is a fastball low and in, ball one. So 5 pitches in, Wentz has yet to throw a strike for someone that, again, coming in had allowed just 1 walk in 13 2/3 innings. The pitch. There's his first strike of the game. He finds the bottom of the zone with the fastball, 1-1. One ball and 1 strike on Santos, who's hitting .263 this year. The pitch is a fastball inside, check swing, and on the appeal, the third base umpire, Matt Beaver, said Santos swung. It's 1-2. Cobb, the best base stealer in the league. He's at first base. He has 15 stolen bases and has not been caught yet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Breaking ball low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wentz faced Oakland in the 3rd game of the regular season back at Ramondi Park, and he was terrific in that outing against Oakland. Comes set at the belt, 2-2. Santos swings and misses on a slider for strike 3. 1 out for Jake Allgaier. Wentz pitched 5 shutout innings, allowed just 4 hits, no walks, and he struck out 8 to pick up his first win of the season. 1 out for Jake Allgaier. Switch hitter batting from the left side. And the first pitch slider is taken down the middle for strike 1. Ballers come into this game with a record of 9-13. Missoula 13-9 to start the season. Wentz is 0-1. Allgaier hits a grounder foul down the first base line. No balls and 2 strikes on Allgaier. Oakland 9 games back out of the league lead. Missoula just 5 games back. At the end of this weekend, we will be halfway through the first half. 0-2. Breaking ball is a little bit outside and high. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Allgaier. A .333 batter with 6 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Second season as a baller. Wentz comes set at the belt and fires. 1-2 is popped up foul off to the left. Count remains 1-2 on the Oakland third baseman. Jaden Calora to follow for Oakland, who is looking to take a 3-2 lead in the series and ensure at least a split. 1-2. Changeup misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wentz was a key component of the rotation for Missoula last year. 103rd innings pitch. He struck out 121 in 17 starts. Runner goes. Allgaier hits a grounder to second. Barry shuffles, bobbles the baseball, and he cannot recover. Cobb to second. Allgaier reaches on an error from the second baseman, Barry, who was getting the start there because Bermudez, the traditional second baseman, is at third because Xavier Casarilla is not available for today. So Barry assuming the duties at second, and he botches a ground ball to his left. And the Ballers have men on second and first with one out for Jaden Calora. First pitch is a slider outside for ball one. Calora has had a great road trip. He's hitting .462 in Montana. The 1-0 coming. Breaking ball is high and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Five for 11 this week with a home run and 4 runs batted in. Cobb at second with his lead, 2-0. Calora takes up and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Calora has some family in town that has made the trip up here to Missoula. 3-0. Calora takes all the way. A fastball on the outside for strike one. A native of Hammond, Louisiana. Played collegiately at Nicholls State. 3-1. Not close. Fastball high and away. And that will load the bases for Jeter Ibarra. Brian Wentz walked 1 batter in 13 1/3 innings. Coming into this ball game, he has walked 2 in this first inning alone. And Jeter Ibarra, Oakland's RBI leader, stands in with the bases loaded and 1 out in a scoreless ball game. First pitch is a slider that catches the outside for strike one taken. Ibarra with 23 runs batted in, which leads the team. The 0-1. Ibarra hits a slow roller to second. Barry has it, throws to second for 1 out. Turn to first from Pjankovic. The stretch from Feliciano. He nearly does the splits, and it's in time for an inning-ending double play. So a couple of walks and an error, but Wentz strands the bases loaded and induces an inning-ending 4-6-3 double play. Bottom of the first coming up, no score. Charlie Hurley makes his return from the IL when we come back here on Ballers Radio. No score, bottom of the first. Here is the starting lineup for the Paddleheads tonight. It's presented by Rubenstein. Will Bermudez, the third baseman, leads off. Jeremy Pionkovich, the shortstop, hits second. Enzo Apodaca, the right fielder, hits third. Nick Klemp, the DH, hits fourth. Mike Kazuski slides up to the 5 spot. He's in center. Joskar Feliciano is the first baseman, batting sixth. Leighton Berry, the second baseman, at seventh. Camden Carlin makes his first start in the field. He is hitting eighth, and batting ninth is C.J. Dean, the left fielder. As Charlie Hurley, the 6'8", 225-pound right-hander, deals the first to Will Bermudez, and it's a fastball up and away for ball one. Hurley making his third start of the season. Just activated off the IL today. The 1-0. Fastball is in tight. It's 2 balls and no strikes. This is his first start since May 28th against Long Beach. The 2-0 pitch. Bermudez hits a soft ground ball to second, fielded by Leahy. His throw to first is just in time for the first outs.
Tonight's beer batter, the shortstop, number 12, Jeremy Pionkovich.
Hurley had been nursing a hamstring issue the past couple of weeks that he suffered in that start May 28th against the Long Beach Coast. He did not initially travel with the Ballers as he deals the first, and it's up high to Pionkovich, a right-handed bat, 1-0. With the Ballers in need of pitching, Gabe Tanner signed with the White Sox last weekend, 1-0. Swing and a miss on the fastball, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the Ballers needed another arm to fill his role, so Hurley flew up from Oakland, I should say San Francisco, the other day, 1-1. Pionkovich hits a fly ball down the right field line. This will go out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Flew from San Francisco to Seattle and then Seattle to Missoula. Joined the team on, I want to say, Thursday or so. And now here he is, pitching on this Saturday night. His 1-2 pitch is tapped in front of the plate. Colora removes the mask, bare hands, fires to first, and it's in time for the second outs.
Enzo Apodaca.
Here comes Enzo Apodaca. The numbers for Hurley thus far: 6 2/3 innings. He has given up 16 runs on 14 hits. First pitch to Apodaca is a sinker up and away for ball 1. Couple of tough starts against Long Beach where he couldn't get past the 4th inning, but you have to remember that Long Beach team right now, it's the best in the league. 1-0. There's a sinker on the outside for a strike, 1-1. So you're facing the best offense in the league, and you're just trying to get up to speed and work your arm up to midseason form. 1-1. Fastball is high, 2 balls and a strike. He suffered the injury after delivering a pitch in that 4th inning on May 28th against the Coast. 2-1. Apodaca takes a little bit high, 3 balls in the strike. So first time the Paddleheads are seeing him. The Coast will visit Oakland next week. 3-1. Fastball is inside, ball 4. Two-out walk, no score. Here in the bottom of the first, and it brings up Nick Klemp, the designated hitter. 2 notable absences for Missoula today. Tyler Stone out of the lineup. He was a late scratch. And Xavier Casarilla not available, not present here in Missoula. First pitch to Klemp is whacked foul back behind the plate for strike one. The reason why Stone is not available, apparently he's not feeling well. No balls and a strike on Klemp. Early. Spins, throws to first, and back in with a dive is Apodaca. So those are two big bats missing for Missoula today. Stone, who leads the Pioneer League in RBI, and Casarilla, who leads the Pioneer League in home runs. Early is set at the belt, is 0-1. Slider blocked in the dirt nicely by Calora. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Missoula only has 11 position players. So with 2 not available, they have nobody on the bench for today. So they better hope nobody gets hurt, or else you might have to see a pitcher fill in for tonight. 1-1. Klemp swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 1-2. Ballers and Paddlehead scoreless. Apodaca the man at first. Klemp, a dangerous bat. Second in the league in runs batted in with 33. He's a .354 hitter. 1-2. Klemp pops it up, foul over towards first. Our game time temperature on this Saturday night. Right now, 65 degrees. A strong breeze blowing in, albeit not as fiercely as yesterday. 1-2. Klemp strikes out swinging on the ball in the dirt as Hurley pulled the string with the slider, got the chase, and Charlie Hurley with his first strikeout of the day, and he strands the 2-out walk at first base. Second inning coming up. It's 0-0 here from Missoula on Ballers Radio.
You're right. They're like cute little cakes. Let's see that next one.
Top 2. Ballers up to bat, no score. Time now for our Caltrans keys to the game. And my keys for the Ballers today to victory, I think one is work the count. And they were able to do that in the first against Wentz. And if they can continue to work the count, he's going to throw strikes, but at least spoil some pitches, make him go at least 5 or 6 per at bat so that the Ballers can get to Missoula's bullpen. I think that will bode well. And number 2, which has been something we've repeated, I think, on this road trip, but I think it still rings true, and that is limit the free bases. And if you're going to give up walks against this Missoula offense, they have to be smart. They have to be situational. And against dangerous hitters, limit the free bags, and that will be a recipe for success. As Noah Blythe digs in and takes a ball high, 1 ball and no strikes on the Oakland outfielder. Wentz is 1-0. Blythe swings and misses at a fastball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oakland's hottest hitter at the plate. He is hitting .403 this season with 4 home runs and 21 runs batted in. The wind in the pitch. Blythe hits a foul ball down the right field line. 1-2. He is now in the top 10 in the Pioneer League in batting average. He is 7th in that category. 1-2 from Wentz. And Blythe takes strike 3 call. The slider at the knees, but he's going to challenge the call.
The call is overturned. Pitch was ball.
And Blythe got it right. Survey says ding, ding, ding. It was a ball low, about a ball and a half below the knees. 2 balls and 2 strikes here on Blythe. The pitch is lifted down the right field line, and it is going to slice foul onto the tent of the Montana Knife Company party deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blythe hitting .581 in his last 7 games. Wentz is 2-2. Blythe, it's a foul. He fouled it off of the hands at the plate. He knocked the bat down on the dirt. He's trying to check and see if it's cracked because that one ran up and in. He's hitting the handle of the bat on the dirt to see if it cracked, but it appears to be okay. 2-2 on Blythe. Wentz winds and deals. Breaking ball high. 3-2. And here's at least Blythe working a long at bat on Wentz, who threw 22 pitches in the first. Cam Buford and Davis Druick to follow. 3-2. Blythe reaches after it and pops it up foul over towards first. Blythe has recorded a multi-hit game in 7 straight. 3-2. And Wentz strikes him out swinging with a slider off the outside. That was going to be ball 4, but a nice job by Wentz to sequence those pitches before then subduing Blythe with that slider. 1 out for Buford. Buford, who made his first start in the field yesterday at first base, back in the DH spot for Aaron Miles. First pitch, fastball, clips the outside for a strike, 0-1. Ballers are in their road greens for today. Oakland in yellow block letters across the chest, yellow numbers on the back with the gray pants. 0-1 to Buford. Well outside with a breaking ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. Missoula in their home blacks. Zootown across the chest in orange block letters with orange numbers on the back, 1-1. Buford gets a breaking ball and pops it up in the shallow right field. The second baseman, Barry, battling the wind, and he makes the catch in shallow right for the second out of the second. Zootown is the moniker for Missoula. Davis Druick digs in. No score. Bottom of the second. Base is empty. First pitch, and Davis takes the strike. A fastball on the outside, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Changeup, blown away, 1-1. It was nice to have Davis on our pregame show for today as we caught up and got a chance to see how things are going first 9 games. Here he hits a weak grounder to second. It is collected by Barry, and he throws to first to get Druick by a half step. The inning is over. 1-2-3 second for Wentz. Off we go to the bottom of the second. 0-0 our score here on Ballers Radio. Last of the second inning here from Missoula. Mike Kazuski leads off for the Paddleheads against Charlie Hurley for the Ballers. No score. First pitch from Hurley is a line drive into center field, and it's caught by Truick. Center fielder glides to his left to make the catch. And there's one away. Hurley, the Sacramento native, the former USC Trojan and Texas Longhorn. 24 years of age. First pitch to Feliciano. Right-handed bat, takes a fastball low. 1-0. Former Cubs farmhand in his first season in the Pioneer League. 1-0 is hit on the ground, just foul down the first base line. 1-1 on Feliciano. He originally signed as an undrafted free agent in July of 2024 with the Cubs. Pitched one season in the Cubs organization for Single-A Myrtle Beach, primarily as a reliever. Righties 1-1 is a fastball low and away, 2 balls and a strike. In that season with the Pelicans, he threw the second most innings on the team, but was also tied for the most walks allowed. Time is called by Feliciano. The Cubs released Hurley in January, but it didn't take long for Hurley to get picked up by the Ballers just 2 months later. 2-1 pitch. Fastball high, 3 balls and a strike. And there was some mutual interest between he and the Ballers just after the draft, after he had finished pitching collegiately. 3-1. Fastball outside corner, called a strike, 3-2. But the Cubs pounced on him first. Ballers, of course, were understanding of that decision. And once that opportunity ran out, they made sure to contact him. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Feliciano chases a high and tight heater. And right now, that fastball from Hurley has some life. 92 miles an hour with a little bit of sink to it. 2 strikeouts for Hurley. There's 2 outs in the second for Leighton Berry. Hurley works from the stretch, even with no runners on base. First pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball one. He and Derek Murphy are tied for the distinction of tallest Ballers pitcher, I guess you could say player as well, in franchise history. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. It's 1-1 on the left-handed batting Barry. Both of them at 6 feet, 8 inches tall. 1-1. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and a strike. No score. Base is clear. Bottom of the second. Barry hitting 182 this year. The 2-1. Fastball is outside. 3 balls and a strike. He's listed on the roster as an outfielder, but has played second base a couple of times in this series. 3-1. Fastball is on the outside, called a strike. 3-2 on Barry. Coming into the season, one of 3 returners from a year ago. Hurley's payoff pitch. Fastball is in there, a called strike 3, and we have a challenge from Barry, the hitter. And the call has been confirmed. Charlie Hurley with 3 strikeouts in 2 scoreless frames, and we move to the third. Ballers and Paddleheads scoreless here on Ballers Radio. Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. Nick Leahy leads off for Oakland in the third. No score here from Missoula on this Saturday night. First pitch to Leahy from Wentz is a changeup low and in for ball one. Leahy, Cobb, and Santos, the 9-1-2 bats stood up for the Ballers. 1-0. Slider misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The former UC Davis Aggie Leahy hitting .267 with a pair of home runs and 10 runs batted in. 2-0. Fastball outside corner, called a strike. 2-1. Leahy's had a nice road trip. He's batting .391 the past couple of weeks here in Montana. 2-1. Topped on the ground, foul down the third base line. And the count evens at 2. Beautiful Saturday night for baseball. 2-2. Breaking ball, flied out to straightaway center. Kazuski backpedals, pauses, makes the catch, and there's one away.
Number 3, Jermaine Cobb.
Wentz was a stabilizing presence in the rotation for Missoula. Last year, a 5.56 ERA. First pitch, swing and a miss by Cobb on a slider outside, 0-1. Which, if you think about it, a 5.56 ERA typically is not great for a starter, but you combine the elements here in Missoula of the high elevation and the short dimensions. 0-1. Swinging a foul off the inside part of Cobb's bat. 0-2. You combine the elevation, you combine the short dimensions, and a 5.56 ERA is pretty darn good for Wentz. It is not easy to pitch here. 0-2. Slider outside. 1-2 on Cobb. He began his Pioneer League career in the with the Boise Hawks in 2024. 1-2. Breaking ball, foul back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the second-year shortstop, Jermaine Cobb. Wentz works on the first base side of the rubber. Nods. Now goes into the wind and throws. And Cobb hits a sharp line drive in the right field for a base hit. He hustles around first, takes a hard turn, and throws on the brakes. First hit of the night for Oakland belongs to their leadoff man. And here's Isai Santos. That is the first hit, period, from either side. Here's Santos. Struck out swinging his first at bat. First pitch is a changeup off the outside, ball 1. Last year, Wentz pitched the first complete game by a Paddlehead starter in 4 years. But his team didn't even win that game. 1-0. Santos bounces it foul over towards first. 1 ball and 1 strike. He did not receive any run support, and Missoula ended up losing that game 2-1. One. Santos foul tips a slider into the glove of Carlin for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No score. Top of the 3rd. Cobb at first. Best base stealer in the league. Widens his lead. 1-2. Santos takes a fastball inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jake Allgaier to follow for Oakland. 2-2 on Isai. The pitch. Breaking ball outside, full count. For Isai, 8 of his last 9 hits have gone for extra bases. We'll see if Cobb runs here with a full count and 1 down. Aaron Miles likes to put his runners in motion. He does. 3-2. It's outside. Slider misses for ball 4. 1 out, men on second and first for Jake Allgaier.
Number 15, Jake Allgaier.
That is the 3rd walk issued by Wentz today. And again, he walked only 1 batter. He had walked only 1 batter through his first 3 starts entering the game. Here's Allgaier. First pitch heater is inside for ball 1. 1-0. The pitch. There's a strike. Change up on the lower outside corner, 1-1. One. Allgaier hits a fly ball to deep left. Dean is at the warning track, and he makes the catch before banging into the fence. Heaves the ball back into the infield, and both runners stay put. Allgaier loves going opposite field, especially from the left side. That time, though, Dean stayed with it, battled the wind a little bit, and made the backhanded catch before colliding with the fence. So 2 outs, no score, and Jaden Calora gets a turn here against Wentz. Opening offering. Fastball is high and outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The pitch is popped up, foul over towards third. 1-1 on Calora. On deck is Ibarra. Ballers trying to score first on this Saturday. Wentz is 1-1. Is high with a breaking ball, 2 balls and a strike. Wentz stares in. Now comes set at the belt. And the 1-1. Breaking ball is outside. 3 balls and a strike. The wind appears to be blowing in for a second straight night. Yesterday it was howling in, and it certainly impacted the game. 3-1. Calora takes a fastball inside, ball 4. And the bases are loaded for a second time for Oakland. Now can they capitalize? Jeter Ibarra, the batter. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Oakland looking to draw first blood on Missoula. Cobbs at third, Santos at second, Calora at first. First pitch to Jeter. He takes a ball in the dirt inside for ball 1. Yesterday it was Missoula who scored first with a pair of runs. Oakland on Thursday scored 4 in the first. The pitch is high and outside, 2-0. In the 2 games that Oakland has won this week against the Paddleheads, they have been the ones that have scored first on Missoula. Ibarra awaits a 2-0. And he hits a foul off the hand of the catcher, Carlin. And Carlin is going to get checked out by the athletic trainer, Katie Hoppy-Zvikalis. They're examining his throwing hand, and now he appears to be okay. But I'm sure that made the Missoula dugout gasp for a second because they have no bench players available today. Two balls and a strike on Ibarra, who batted with the bases loaded in the first, but grounded into an inning-ending double play. Wentz is 2-1. Ibarra hits it foul. A tapper back to the plate. It's 2-2. He's in a 6-way tie for 5th in the Pioneer League in home runs with 7. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wentz fires. And Ibarra chases a breaking ball in the dirt. Carlin, the catcher, steps on home plate. And Wentz walks the tightrope. He bends but does not break. And it's a scoreless third for Missoula's starting righty. Bottom of the third coming up. No score here from Allegiance Field at Oakland Park here on Ballers Radio. Ballers strand the bases loaded for a second time in the ball game. No score, last of the third, and Camden Carlin is at bat against Charlie Hurley. First pitch, fastball is low for ball one. Carlin, Dean, and Bermudez, the 8, 9, and 1 bats, stood up for Missoula. Here's the pitch. Carlin takes a strike, a fastball down the middle. It's 1-1. This is Carlin's professional debut as a position player. He pitched earlier in this series, 1-1. Carlin takes a fastball outside. 2 balls and a strike. He is listed on the roster as a catcher, but on Wednesday he threw 4 innings of 2-run ball, 2-1. Hurley fires in a strike, a fastball on the outside. It's 2-2. Getting the start behind the plate. Feliciano, the usual catcher, is at first for today. 2-2 coming from Hurley. And Carlin strikes out swinging on a fastball outside. And there's one gone. Charlie Hurley has struck out 4 through 2 1/3 innings. And Carlin was a guy that hardly struck out at Baker University this past season. He struck out only 9 times in 166 at-bats. He goes down in his first professional AB as C.J. Dean takes a fastball outside for ball 1. Dean hitting 380, he's 6 for 15 this week with 3 extra base hits. The pitch, Dean rolls it to short. Chest-high hop for Cobb, who loads up and tosses to first, and Dean is retired. 6 in a row set down by Hurley. 2 outs in the third for Will Bermudez. So far, the command with the fastball. The sinker has been much better since the last 2 outings. Sliders look good from Hurley as Bermudez digs in. Switch hitter batting from the left side. First pitch, fastball, outside corner, taken for strike 1. No balls and a strike. Hurley Shakes, now comes set. 0-1. Bermudez fouls it back into the screen. And it's 0-2. Former Texas Longhorn and USC Trojan. Texas in the College World Series playing today. The pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Taking on, I believe, Georgia today in the first round of the College World Series in Omaha. 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. A breaking ball in the dirt. And Calora lobs it to Ibarra at first base to complete the drop third strikeout. And Charlie Hurley has looked the part thus far on this Saturday. 5 strikeouts for the right-hander, and he has set down the last 7 in a row. Through 3, it is 0-0 our score here on Ballers Radio. No score through 3 innings here from Missoula. You're listening to Oakland Ballers Baseball here on Ballers Radio, whether you're tuning in through our YouTube channel or on the Home Team Network. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Gareth Kwok. If you're tuning in through our YouTube channel, let me know in the chat what you all are up to on this fine Saturday night, how you're tuning into Oakland Ballers Baseball and what you're up to. As Noah Blythe takes a fastball outside for ball 1 against Wentz, 1-0. Blythe, Buford, and Druick, the 6, 7, 8 bats, stood up for Oakland against Wentz. 1-0. Breaking ball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes. So Wentz has walked the tightrope through the first 3 innings. He has loaded the bases twice in this game, but has escaped without allowing a run. 2-0 pitch is fouled off to the right by Blythe. 2-1. 66 pitches through the first 3 frames from Wentz. He pitched 5 scoreless against the Ballers last time he faced them, the 3rd game of the regular season. 2-1. Blythe hits a foul back into the screen. 2-2. Blythe is 10 for 19 this week with 2 homers and 8 batted in. The pitch, and he just got a piece. Lunging after that slider, and he just caught it off the end. It's 2-2 with Buford on deck. Wentz is 2-2. Slider in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jenny Vega said she's also tuning in to the NBA Finals. Big one down in San Antonio, game 5 of the series. 3-2. Blythe takes a fastball high, ball 4. That is the 5th walk issued by Wentz. And his command has just not been there today, which is very uncharacteristic of the Missoula starting righty. Usually pounds the zone and shaves the corners. Here he's been missing. Can the Ballers take advantage in a scoreless ball game? First pitch to Buford is a fastball on the outside for a strike, 0-1. Cam popped out to second in his first at-bat. The pitch is blooped into shallow right, and Apodaca, the right fielder, plays it on a bounce. It's a base hit for Buford. Just the second of the game, and it advances Blythe to second. 2 on, nobody out for Davis Druick. Ben 63 VW said he's just chilling at home, rooting for our Ballers. That sounds like a solid Saturday to me. Just kick the feet up and tune in to Ballers baseball. Here's Druick, who swings away at the first pitch and fouls it down the left field line. Nothing in 1. Game 5 of this 6-game series, the 11th game of this 12-game road trip. Final game of the series tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 Pacific before we'll return home Monday. 0-1 is in the dirt, skips away from Carlin. Both runners trying to advance. The throw goes down to second, and Buford is safe with a nice swim move. Head first slide by Cam after the ball popped down to Carlin's glove. Blythe advanced to third and Buford to second. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll see what the infield does here for Missoula. They're going to play back. 1 ball and 1 strike on Davis. And the pitch. Low and in. 2-1. A 2-homer game on Thursday for Druick. His 3rd multi-homer game of his career. He had 2 multi-homer games last season with Oakland. 2-1. Breaking ball. It's outside. 3 balls and a strike, and the Missoula bullpen is getting active in left field. Reese Fields, the righty, warming up. 3-1 on Druick. The pitch is taken on the outside for a strike. With the breaking ball, it's 3-2. Nick Leahy to follow. Oakland threatening here in the 4th with 2 men in scoring position and nobody out. 3-2. Druick hits a high fly ball to deep right field. This one is way out of here. And that is how you Druick. Davis Druick, a 3-run moonshot to right center. And the Ballers draw first blood on this Saturday night here in the 4th. He stomps on home plate. A 401-foot bomb to right center. And it's a 3-0 Ballers lead in the 4th. Nick Leahy, the batter. First pitch to Leahy is a fastball on the outside for strike 1. A 401-foot blast to right center. His 3rd of the year, his 3rd of the series. 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider. No balls, 2 strikes on Leahy. The one that he hit 456 feet, that also came on a 3-2 pitch. And both times he has gotten mistakes. He has received mistakes from the throwers. 0-2. Leahy checks his swing on a breaking ball low, and the appeal down to first. Scott Ginger says he did not swing. Boy, that was quite the holdup from Leahy. 1-2. One, two. Leahy strikes out swinging on the slider, and there's 1 out.
Number 3 remains
101 off the bat of Druick. He admitted that he was getting a little frustrated with how his first couple of games and his first couple of at-bats have gone in campaign number 2 with the Ballers. Jermaine Cobb takes a fastball up and in, ball 1. Maybe pressing a little bit. He and assistant coach James Harris have worked closely the last couple of days to try and figure out the issues. 1-0. Breaking ball, low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. But the power is legit from Druick. 19 home runs a year ago, 68 runs batted in. The 2-0. Slider low and outside. 3 balls and no strikes. For a guy that wasn't initially on the Ballers' radar until he attended the California Winter League last year. 3-0. Cobb takes a strike on the outside, 3-1. An opportunity for some under-the-radar talent to get noticed by independent baseball scouts and coaches. 3-1 fastball is high, ball 4. It's the 6th walk issued by Ryan Wentz on the night. And Isai Santos will bat with a man on first and 1 out. Missoula received a great start from Jaron Jackson, the lefty. 6 innings of 3-run ball with 7 strikeouts. First pitch to Isai. Fastball is in tight for ball 1. If Wentz can't get Santos, is this the end of the road for the Missoula starter today? Fields appears to be ready. The pitch. Santos bounces it to second, and it's under the glove of the sliding Berry in the right field for a base hit. Wentz has faced 6 batters here in the 4th, and 5 of them have reached. And Jake Allgaier will bat with 2 on and 1 out. Three runs in on 3 hits for the Ballers, and that is going to be it for Ryan Wentz tonight. Michael Schlacht, a tall figure, walks out to the mound. And it is an early call to the bullpen for the Paddleheads. One of their most reliable starters from a year ago, and to start the season as a very premature start. As he can't get out of the 4th, Oakland forces Missoula to dip into its bullpen. It's 3-0 Oakland. Men on second and first with 1 out, with Jake Allgaier coming up here on Ballers Radio in the 4th. Missoula makes a call to the bullpen here in the top of the fourth. Ryan Wentz, one of Missoula's key arms from a year ago, back for another season, and who's off to a nice start, goes just 3 1/3 innings, gives up a season-high 6 walks, and Reese Fields is a new man in for Missoula. Fields, the 24-year-old from Fort Lewis, Washington, and his first pitch is a breaking ball to Allgaier for a strike 1. Cobb's at second, Santos at first. It's a 3-0 Oakland lead after the 3-run home run from Davis Druick. Double steal. 0-1 pitch is grounded to first. It's backhanded, knocked down by Feliciano. He underhands to first, and Fields, the pitcher, wins the foot race against Allgaier for the second out. Cobb to third, Santos to second after they were running on the pitch. 2 outs for Jaden Kalora. By the way, that home run from Druick is the 40. Nope, I'm reading the wrong stat sheet. It's the 47th hit by Oakland this season, and that tracker is presented to you by Sonic Internet as Kalora pops up the first pitch on the infield, and the third baseman Bermudez makes a two-handed catch behind the mound to end the inning. So a nice job by Fields to strand the 2 runners in scoring position. But Davis Druick leaves the ballpark with a 3-run home run that goes 401 feet to right center. 3-0 Oakland as we go to the bottom of the fourth here on Ballers Radio.
Craft beer for 10 minutes.
Three 0 Oakland, bottom of the fourth. Charlie Hurley back on the hill for the Ballers. Hurley has struck out 5 in 3 scoreless innings. In his return from the injured list, he faces Jeremy Pjakovic. First pitch fastball is taken down the middle for a called strike 1. 3-run home run from Davis Druick in the top of the fourth has Oakland ahead by 3. 0-1. Pjakovic hits a pop-up foul off to the right, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Hurley has worked efficiently thus far. 39 pitches through the first 3 frames for the Oakland right-hander, making just his 3rd start of the season and his first in a couple of weeks. 0-2. Pjakovic strikes out swinging on a high fastball. And Charlie Hurley has struck out now 6. 1 out for Enzo Apodaca. Xavier Garcia, 2006, always a regular here on these streams, says he's trying to listen and work at the same time in capital letters. I love the enthusiasm, my man. Here's Apodaca. First pitch is a strike down the middle, 0-1. And my partner in crime, Tyler Peterson, said, ears here, Gareth. Eyes watch Haiti and Scotland. I love it. 0-1. Low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. I was able to catch the end of the Brazil-Morocco game just before we hit the air. And somehow I restrained myself to not look at the USA score versus Paraguay until after we got back to the hotel. Ball 2 is high, 2 balls and a strike on Apodaca. I turned off all my notifications from whatever news source outlets I have between ESPN, The Athletic. 2-1. There's a strike on the outside, 2-2. USA Today, and I turned off all text messages from any friend groups that could potentially spoil the score. 2-2. Inside, and it hits Apodaca on the hip. Breaking ball that Hurley tried to locate by the feet of Apodaca, but they got him on the hip instead. 1 out base runner for Nick Klemp. United States with a sumptuous 4-1 win over Paraguay. First pitch to Klemp is a strike. That's a little bit outside for ball 1. Sumptuous, that's not the word I was thinking of. Resounding. I was thinking of resounding. 1-0. Klemp takes a ball up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Klemp struck out swinging in his first at-bat. The 2-0. Fastball is low. 3 balls, no strikes. I can only imagine next week when we're back in the office and back at Raimondi Park as we're getting things ready for you all for our upcoming homestand. 3-0. Fastball down the middle for a strike. 3-1. There's going to be plenty of World Cup fever in the office next week. My partner in crime, Tyler Peterson, no exception. Spin, throw to first, and Apodaca dives in safely. United States will play next Friday, against Australia up in Seattle. Early's 3-1. Klemp takes a fastball up and in for ball 4. Second walk issued by Hurley. And here comes Kazuski. A lot of sports happening this weekend. NBA Finals, World Cup. The Stanley Cup Finals continues tomorrow down in Las Vegas. Carolina with the 3-2 lead in the series. First pitch to Kazuski is lined into left center field. That's down for a hit. Apodaca sprints around third. He will score. The throw goes into second base. First hit of the day for Missoula brings home their first run. It's an RBI single from Mike Kazuski, and it's 3-1 Oakland in the 4th. So Hurley had thrown 3 1/3 hitless, scoreless innings, but a hit batter, a walk, and an RBI single from Kazuski makes it now a 2-run game. 3-1 Oakland. Double play ball intact here as Feliciano stands in. First pitch is bounced to second. Leahy handles the hop, throws a second for 1 out. Turn to first is in time, and Feliciano is hobbling down the first base line. He says he's okay to his dugout and to his trainer. Again, they have no bench players available tonight, but it's an inning-ending double play induced by Hurley. And Oakland in front now by 2. It's 3-1 after the RBI single from Kazuski. We move to the 5th here on Ballers Radio. Fifth inning here from Allegiance Field at Oakland Park in downtown Missoula. Oakland 3, Missoula 1, our score. And the Paddleheads have a bit of a conundrum on their hands. Joscar Feliciano, the starting first baseman, who grounded into that inning-ending double play in the 4th, is no longer in the game. He appeared to pull something or injure his leg while running down the first base line. He initially told the trainer he was okay. He initially told the trainer he was okay by putting up a hand, but he can no longer continue. So CJ Dean, the left fielder, has moved from left field to first base, and Garrett Gores, a right-handed reliever, is now in left field. Jeter Ibarra digs in for Oakland. This is Pioneer League baseball at its finest, as Ibarra stands in. First pitch from Fields as a fastball low for ball 1. Gores, who pitched on Thursday, just 2/3 of an inning, and now he is in left field for the Paddleheads. 1-0. Ibarra hits a pop-up over towards third. Bermuda is in foul territory, has room, and makes a backhanded catch before running into the railing by the third base side. So 1 out for Blythe. And again, if you're wondering why Missoula has to insert a pitcher into the outfield for today, well, they came into the game with no available bench players. First pitch to Blythe is off the end of the bat, squibbed to first on the ground. Dean, the new first baseman, underhands to Fields, the pitcher covering, and it's in time for out number 2. Missoula has 11 position players on their roster, and the 2 bench players, Tyler Stone and Xavier Casarilla, are unavailable. Casarilla not here physically in Missoula, and then Stone is out due to an illness. He was originally in the starting lineup, but then later scratched by the Paddleheads. Here's Buford, who swings at the first pitch and hits a high fly foul down the right field line for strike 1. And so with no available position players, Michael Schlacht, I'm sure, hoping that nobody would get hurt. Everybody would come out of here fine and healthy, but that was not the case, as Fields delivers a fastball outside for ball 1. Feliciano pulling up lame and that forces Dean, the left fielder, to first base, and Gores, a right-handed reliever, to left field. 1 ball, 1 strike on Buford. The pitch is off the end of the bat, squibbed up the first base line, and this time it's a foul ball. So it rolls halfway down the line onto the infield grass. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's going to be interesting to see how Gores plays in left. Fields, the first reliever in for Missoula. He came in the 4th. 1-2. Buford checks his swing, and he goes around on the down and away slider, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 fifth for the righty Fields, and we're halfway home here in Missoula. Oakland 3, Missoula 1. Bottom of the 5th coming up here on Ballers Radio. Two-run lead for the Ballers as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Paddleheads up to bat. It's a 3-1 Oakland lead. Time now for our Pacific Pipe Pioneer League standings update. And Long Beach in first at 18-4. They've won 3 in a row and 9 of their last 10. First pitch to Barry from Hurley is fouled down the left field line for strike 1. Billings right behind them, just a half game back at 17-4. They've won back-to-back games. 0-1. Barry takes a ball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Boise 4 games back, 14-8. Glacier, Missoula, and Ogden tied for 4th at 13-9. 5 games back. 1-1 pitch. Barry looks at the ball low. 2 balls and a strike. Ogden's been playing really good baseball in the last 10 games. They've won 9 of their last 10. 2-1. Barry takes high and outside. 3 balls and a strike. Modesto behind Ogden at 12-10, and they've lost 3 in a row. Hurley working from the stretch, the 3-1. Barry swings and misses at a slider. On the outside, it's 3-2. Charlie Hurley has thrown 52 pitches in 4 innings, has allowed 1 earned run, and has struck out 6. 3-2. Barry breaks his bat, hits a 2-hopper to Cobb. Shortstop charges, double clutches, and throws out Barry by a step for the first outs. Half the bat went flying towards Nick Leahy, the second baseman. Our head athletic trainer, Matthew McElroy, hustles out to grab the barrel that just got sawn in half. One out for Camden Carlin, the catcher. First pitch. Fastball is taken down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Garland struck out swinging in his first professional AB. The pitch is rolled to third softly. Allgaier charges. He throws to first, and it's in time. 2 down for C.J. Dean. Hurley's done a nice job of keeping the ball on the ground today. Six of the 12 outs he's gotten have been on the ground. First pitch to Dean. This is a little nubber in front of the plate, picked up by Calora, and he throws out Dean to end the inning. Charlie Hurley gets 3 consecutive ground balls, and he has thrown 5 innings of 1-run ball in his return from the IL. Through 5 here in Missoula. It's 3-1 Oakland here on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to Allegiance Field at Oakland Park. Penultimate game of this 12-game road trip for your Ballers, who lead the Paddleheads by 2, 3-1 as we enter the 6th. Davis Druick leads off against Reese Fields, and Fields pumps in a fastball on the outside for strike 1. The reason Oakland is ahead in this one is because of the man at the plate right now. Druick's 3-run bomb in the fourth to right center has been the only offense for Oakland. The 0-1 pitch is cut on and missed on a fastball outside, 0-2. A 401-foot home run to right center on the 3-2 breaking ball from the starting right-hander Ryan Wentz. His 3rd home run of the season and of this series to put Oakland ahead. Fields works from the windup. His 0-2 pitch. Fastball is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Druick, Leahy, and Cobb, the 8, 9, and 1 bats in the 6th for Oakland. With the abbreviated wind, the pitch. Druick fouls it off of his foot, that left foot. 1-2 on Davis. The numbers for Fields this season: 8th appearance of the year, a 3-1 record, a 3.60 ERA, 15 innings, 17 strikeouts, only 4 walks. 1-2 in the dirt, blocked by Carlin. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fields, a 24-year-old from West Columbia, South Carolina. He pitched collegiately at North Greenville University, and this is his 3rd and final season in the Pioneer League with the Paddleheads. 2-2. Fastball high and outside. Full count now on Druick. The starting pitcher, Wentz, lasted just 3 1/3 innings before giving up 3 runs on 6 walks and 4 hits. Full count on Druick. Here's the pitch, and it's taken outside for ball 4. Well, Druick unloaded on a 3-2 breaking ball from Wentz in the 4th for a homer. This time, Fields didn't really challenge him. Fastball well off the corner outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Nick Leahy. Fields has good strikeout stuff. Last year with Missoula, 64 strikeouts in 54 innings in relief. Runner goes. Pitch is a called strike inside. The throw down, the slide, not in time. Druick runs on the first pitch, and it almost looked like he stumbled out of the gate momentarily. When those long strides of Druick those long strides are what is able to get him into second with his first stolen base of the year. 0-1 to Leahy. Slider, outside corner, called a strike, and we have a challenge from the batter, Leahy. And he's going to get it right.
After review, the call is confirmed. Pitch is a strike.
Really? Oh, okay. Pardon me. I guess my TrackMan data was off a little bit. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt and blocked by Carlin. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, the announcement was made that it was confirmed a strike. One and 2 on Leahy. The pitch. That is a fastball outside, dropped by the catcher Carlin. 2 and 2. Two and 2 on Leahy with Tremaine Cobb on deck. Fields fires. Leahy takes a fastball at the knees for a called strike 3. And that time that was indeed inside the zone. Second strikeout for Fields. There's 1 out for Tremaine Cobb. Oakland 3, Missoula 1. Druick at second, 1 out in the 6th. Cobb has reached base 3 times. First pitch. Trey takes a fastball down the middle for a strike. 0-1. He has drawn a pair of walks and has singled. Fields is set at the belt. And the 0-1. Slider off the corner outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Trying to add another run for Oakland and respond after the run in the 4th. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a downward slider. 1 and 2. Missoula won on Tuesday. Oakland won on Wednesday and Thursday. Missoula won last night. 1-2 on the way. Cobb pokes it foul over towards first. You'd love to generate some momentum heading into what's going to be a tough homestand next week. You got 3 games against the Long Beach Coast, the best team right now in the league, and then 3 against a Modesto team that's been playing some good ball in this first half as well. Pickoff attempt to second. Druick dives in safely. Shortstop Pjankovic flashed. That was Fields' signal to spin and throw, but the pickoff attempt late. 1 and 2 on Trey. The bearded righty Fields throws, and it's a fastball off the outside. That was a correct call, 2-2. Isai Santos waiting on deck for Oakland. 1 out in the 6th. 2-2 pitch. Cobb hits a fly ball in the straightaway center. Kazuski, the center fielder, charges in and makes the catch. Druick holds at second base. 2 outs for Isai Santos. Two outs for Santos. A single in the 4th for Isai. He's 1 for 3. First pitch, 1 for 2 as he takes a ball in. 1 ball, no strikes. Lights are on here in Missoula, but still a decent amount of daylight. Much better conditions than last night. 1-0. Fastball is outside, 2-0. Wind gusts measured at approximately 25 to 30 miles an hour yesterday. It's been much calmer winds today, and the temperatures have been in the upper 60s. 2-0 in the dirt, smothered by Carlin. 3-0 on Isai. Wind is blowing in for a second straight night. Oakland 3, Missoula 1, 2 outs, man on second, the 3-0. Santos takes all the way, and it's a ball low for ball 4. So the second walk issued by Fields brings up Jake Allgaier. Tonight it's been Missoula that's been issuing the free bases thus far. That is the 8th walk issued by the Paddleheads staff. 6 of them were charged to Wentz, the starter, who only allowed 1 walk through his first 3 starts coming into today, and now Fields has walked a pair. David Peterson, the bench coach, is out to chat with his battery. And while they discuss things, let's take a look at our out-of-town scores on this Saturday night in the Pioneer League. The Long Beach Coast closing in on another win. They lead 8-3 on Modesto in the top of the 9th. Great Falls up big on Ogden, 13-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Back and forth contest between Glacier and Billings, 8-7. Range Riders in front in the bottom of the 5th. Boise up 12-7 in the bottom of the 3rd against Idaho Falls. First pitch to Allgaier is hit deep to right field. Apodaca has to play it off the fence. Druick rounds 3rd. He scores, and Santos holds at 3rd base. A long RBI single for Jake Allgaier makes it now a 4-1 Oakland lead. Well, he sat on the breaking ball, received one middle in, and banged it off the wall in right center about 12 to 14 feet off that high right field fence. RBI number 22 of the year for Allgaier makes it now 4-1 Ballers. 2 outs, men on the corners. Kalora fouls the first pitch off down the left field line for strike 1. A run in on 1 hit and 2 walks for Oakland. 0-1. Kalora bounces it, fouled down the first base line, 0-2. And the last score of the night, Red Pocket already leading 4-0 on Yuba Sutter in the bottom of the 2nd up in Marysville. Again, Long Beach comes into town Tuesday through Thursday. Modesto will come into town Friday through Sunday next week. 0-2. Kalura swings and misses at a curveball for strike 3. Oakland grabs its 4th run of the night on a long RBI single from Jake Allgaier. It's 4-1 Ballers as we head to the bottom of the 6th here on Ballers Radio. This Missoula crowd is getting loud for their peanut 6th inning. If the Paddleheads score a run in the 6th, the crowd gets free peanuts. And they're looking to score against Charlie Hurley, who's been very sharp in his return from the injured list. A 4-1 Oakland lead. Hurley is back out for the 6th. And the first pitch is driven to deep center by Bermudez, but Truick reaches up to his left to make the catch. And 1 pitch, 1 out to begin the 6th for Hurley. Charlie has thrown 61 pitches, 5 in the 3rd innings of 1 run, 1 hit ball, 2 walks allowed, and 6 strikeouts for the former Texas Longhorn and Cubs farmhand. First pitch to Pjakovic is a sinker at the knees for a called strike 1. The 6th inning was where things unraveled for Oakland yesterday. Here's a breaking ball ground to the 3rd. Tricky hop handled by Allgaier. Slings it down the first base in time, and there's 2 away. Missoula sent 13 men to the plate yesterday in the 6th and scored 9 runs on 4 hits. Early trying to push through and give Oakland 6 great innings. He's 1 out away from doing so as Enzo Apodaca stands in. First pitch from Hurley. Fastball misses inside for ball 1. Apodaca has scored the only run for Missoula after he was hit by a pitch. The 1-0 pitch rolled softly to second. Leahy waits for the in-between hop, fires to first, and it's in time. Inning over. Charlie Hurley, 6 superb innings, just 1 run allowed on 1 hit. And we head to the 7th here from Missoula. It's a 4-1 Oakland lead as we go to the 7th here on Ballers Radio. Seventh inning here from Missoula. It's the Ballers 4 and the Paddleheads 1. Oakland trying to take a 3-2 lead in this series and ensure at the very least a split before they fly back to Oakland on Monday. Ibarra fouls the first pitch off the glove of Carlin for strike one to begin the seventh. Fields, the right-handed reliever, still in the ball game. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings of relief and has allowed just 1 run on 3 walks. On 2 walks, excuse me. And he has struck out 3. Ibarra fouls the pitch off to the left into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes on the Ballers' first baseman. 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Oakland. Ibarra, Blythe, and Buford. Nothing in 2 on Ibarra after the timeout. Jeter's 0 for 3. 0-2. In the dirt, check swing on a breaking ball, and he did not go after the appeal down the third, says Matt Beaver. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Star Wars night here at the Yard. Plenty of Star Wars characters have roamed through the crowd here in Missoula. Fields turns and deals. 1-2 pitch driven deep to left field. Gores, the left fielder, is at the warning track, and he spins and makes the catch before running into the fence. And his bullpen off the bench on their feet and applauding their fellow reliever, who again is in left field because Feliciano exited the game with an apparent injury, and the Paddleheads do not have any position players remaining or available off the bench today. Noah Blythe digs in. First pitch is grounded foul. Watch out. Davis Druick, who's waiting in the hole and on the top step of the Ballers' first base dugout, 0-1. Stone out with an illness. Casarilla not present here in Missoula for today. So no bench players available. 0-1. Blythe pops it up out of play over towards first, 0-2. So Michael Schlack moved the left fielder Dean to first base and then inserted Gores, his right-handed reliever, in the left. And tell you what, that was a nice play on a ball that carried to the warning track in left field off the bat of Ibarra. The 0-2 to Blythe is fouled off the glove of Carlin. Rolls back towards the backstop, and Blythe stays alive. And if there's a lefty in the box for Oakland, I mean, there's a good chance it's going to be hit out to left field. That's where these Ballers bats have been hitting it this entire week, to the opposite field. 0-2 on Blythe. The pitch. Breaking ball, grounded softly to third. Bermudez charges, double clutches, throws to first. Dean stretches, and the ball skips past Dean and rolls towards the Oakland bullpen. And that will allow Blythe to advance to second. It's going to be ruled an infield single and then an error on Bermudez, the third baseman, and allows Blythe to reach second. Second error committed by Missoula today, and here comes Cam Buford. Four to 1 Oakland. Buford today is 1 for 3 with the RBI. 1 for 3 with a hit and a run scored. He takes a strike at the knees, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Fields at the set, comes home. And a breaking ball misses low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. We've seen Darth Vader walk through the concourse today. There had to have been a couple stormtroopers as well. 1-1. Buford pops it up over towards first, and it's out of play. Onto the party deck, 1 and 2. Tonight is definitely the most well-attended game of the week. You combine the pleasant weather, the Star Wars night, and this is the most filled it's been this week here in Missoula. A spin throw to second, nobody's covering the base. First disengagement used by Fields.
Yeah, he's gone.
Davis Druick on deck. Oakland does have a reliever warming up in right. 1-2. Buford lays off a slider, low and outside, 2-2. The right-hander Langston Burkett is warming up for the Ballers. Although Hurley has only thrown 64 pitches through 6 innings. 2-2 pitch. Fastball is at the knees, a called strike 3. And now Buford wants to challenge. Oakland has 1 left.
The call is confirmed. The pitch is a
Now, I don't know if my TrackMan data is just a pitch behind, but, I mean, that's twice where my TrackMan data that I've received has resulted in an incorrect call, because that was ruled a ball, or at least by the TrackMan, but the announcer has called it a confirmed strike. Here's Davis Druick, who lines the first pitch down the right field line into the corner. Rounding third is Blythe. He will score, and Druick pulls into second base with a double. RBI double for Davis Druick, his 4th run batted in of the day, and it's a 5-1 Oakland lead here in the 7th. Here's Leahy now. First pitch to Leahy is a fastball inside, ball 1. Oh, anyway, I was just making the case that I don't know if my TrackMan data is incorrect or if it's a pitch behind, but what I'm seeing is not corresponding to what's being out there on the field. 1-0 fastball is low, 2 balls, no strikes. That pitch that Buford took for ball, that pitch that Cam took for allegedly strike 3 was a ball under my TrackMan data, but it was confirmed after review. So I don't know what to make of the technology today, as Leahy asks for time. Rather, Field stepped off. 2 balls, no strikes. The pitch is flied foul off to the right. 2-1. 5-1 Oakland. A run in here in the 7th on the double by Druick. 2-1 to Leahy. Slider on the outside corner, called a strike. It's 2-2, and that challenge from Buford significant because now Oakland has none left.
The pitcher for the Paddleheads, he's playing game on the right field now.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's getting down.
And the pitch is rolled foul down the third base line. Mark Timmons, the righty, is warming up in left field for Missoula. 2-2 with 2 down. The pitch is lined to first, and it's caught by Dean, who sprawls and makes a catch to end the inning. Oakland scores a run on 2 hits and an error. Davis Druick with 4 runs batted in today. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's a 5-1 Oakland lead here on Ballers Radio.
Your Denton Blaze for Oakland now pitching number 0, Langston Burkett.
It's the Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch. The 7th inning stretch brought to you by Planet Fitness, as Langston Burkett is a new right-hander for Oakland. First reliever tonight for the Ballers, with Oakland leading 5-1. And Klemp fouls the first pitch off down the first base line for strike 1. From the windup, the 0-1. Klemp fouls the 0-1 down the right field line, and it's 0-2. Well, you could not have asked for a better start from Charlie Hurley in his return from the injured list. 6 innings of 1-run ball, just 1 hit, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts for the right-hander. 0-2 in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Klemp. His command was sharp. The sinker looked good. Slider was effective, and he induced plenty of ground balls, which is the name of his game. 1-2 coming. Klemp pops it up. Behind the plate, Kalora, the catcher, removes the mask. He's on the extended warning track, and he makes a 2-handed grab for the first outs. Here's Mike Kazuski. Kazuski has driven in Missoula's only run, a single in the 4th that brought home Apodaca. Here's a strike on the outside, 0-1. The pitch is fouled off to the left, 0-2. Burkett, the 21-year-old, the former Padres farmhand, winds and deals. And it's a fastball just off the corner outside, 1-2. Langston, a native of Santa Cruz, California, is 1-2. Apodaca takes just off the corner outside again, 2-2. Former San Jose State commit before turning pro immediately out of high school with the Padres. 2-2. Breaking ball on the outside corner. Got him looking for strike 3. Beautiful backdoor breaking ball from Burkett. There's 2 outs for Feliciano. First pitch to Gores. This is a pitcher hitting, and he takes a strike, a fastball down the middle, 0-1. A right-handed reliever who entered the game midway through, 0-1. Fastball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. After Feliciano, the first baseman, exited with an injury. The pitch, Gores takes inside, 2-1. The left fielder, Dean, moved to first base, and then the right-hand reliever, Gores, assumed left field duties. The pitch is off the outside. 3 balls and a strike. 3-1 on Gores. The pitch is outside, ball 4. And for Gores, according to his baseball reference page, that was his first at-bat since 2023 in summer ball with the Wenatchee in the West Coast League, and he draws a walk. First pitch to Barry is popped up foul off to the left for strike 1. Now, he actually hit pretty well that summer with Wenatchee. He was a .316 batter with a home run. The Wenatchee Apple Sox. Here's an 0-1 fastball that goes to the backstop as it misses in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. So a walk and then a wild pitch. I'm not exactly sure Burkett knew that Gores is a pitcher. But either way, trying to get out of this 7th unscathed. 1-1 on Barry. The pitch is outside. 2 balls and a strike. 5-1 Oakland. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. 2-1 is just off the corner with the fastball. 3-1. And Valek Cisneros, the right-hander, is warming up for Oakland down the right field line. The pitch misses way outside, ball 4. Well, Burkett got the first 2 outs relatively easily, but the last 2 hitters, the command has gone away. He's not been able to locate that fastball. Here's Camden Carlin. First pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 0-1. It's a lively fastball from Burkett that sits in the low to mid-90s. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Popped up behind first base. Ibarra crosses a foul line. He's in foul ground by the Oakland bullpen, and he makes the catch. And the inning is over. Couple of walks stranded at second and first by Langston Burkett in a scoreless 7th. Off we go to the 8th. It's Oakland 5, Missoula 1 here on Ballers Radio. Eighth inning here from Missoula. Ballers lead 5-1. Looking for a couple more runs to cushion this 4-run lead. My name's Gareth Kwok here for Ballers Radio. Jermaine Comm, Isan Santos, and Jake Allgaier, the hitters, against a new lefty for Missoula. It's Jaden Bishop, a 25-year-old from Florida International University who enters the game. First pitch to Trey is a fastball low and in for ball one. Fields went 3 innings in relief, 1 run allowed. And now it's Bishop, the second reliever for Missoula. The pitch. Fastball is high. 2 balls, no strikes. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Oakland today. Bishop's 2-0. Cobb hits it off the catcher's mask of Carlin, foul. And Cobb checks in on Carlin, who's making his position player debut as a professional behind the plate. He appears to be okay. 2-1. 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors for Missoula. 2 balls and a strike on Cobb, who has reached base 3 times in 4 plate appearances. 2 walks and a single. 2-1. In the dirt with the breaking ball. 3 balls and a strike. Bishop is making his 5th appearance of the season. 0-1 record, an ERA of 7.71 in 4 2/3 innings. 3-1. Cobb takes a fastball low, ball 4. 3rd time that Tremaine has drawn a walk today. And up to the plate comes Isai Santos. 9 walks issued by Missoula, which is quite uncharacteristic of the staff. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Bishop spiked it, and it goes down the right field line. Cobb hustles around second, heads for third. Barry's throw is late. That was a horrible pickoff throw from Jaden Bishop, who tried to be a little too cute. A quick move to first base, and boy, he just spiked the throw, and no chance for Dean to scoop it out. And the ball rolled down the right field line into the Oakland bullpen, and that's an easy extra 2 bases for Cobb. Here is Santos. Infield drawn in. First pitch, fastball way outside, ball 1. Missoula, coming into tonight, has issued the 2nd fewest walks in the league. 1-0. Santos takes in tight. 2 balls and no strikes. Just about 4.5 a game coming in. 2-0. Santos slices it foul off to the left, 2-1. The Ballers, who lead the league in walks allowed. The staff has issued just over 7.5 walks a game, but tonight, a much better performance from the pitching in terms of walks. 2-1. Breaking ball inside corner, grabs the strike zone, 2-2. And Santos will use his timeout. Third error committed by Missoula today. Infield is in. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Isai. Cobb at third, the pitch. And Santos stays alive as he fouls it back. Santos 1 for 2. Bishop's 2-2 is lined in the right field over the drawn in infield for a base hit. Cobb scores from third, and Isai Santos pads Oakland's lead. It's now 6-1 Ballers in the 8th. That pitch was well below the strike zone, but Isai reached after it and flared it in the shallow right for a run-scoring single. He's got 21 runs batted in this season now. Pickoff throw to first from Bishop, and he throws another one away. Down the right field line, Santos speeding around second, and he's in the third base. Michael Schlacht can't believe it in the third base dugout. I think he should just tell Jaden Bishop, don't ever throw the ball to the bases again. That's 2 horrible throws as he tried to pick over. Infield drawn in again. First pitch to Allgaier is a fastball outside, ball 1. And it's not like he airmails the throws. He's spiking them in the dirt. 4th error of the game for Missoula. The 1-0 is a fastball down the middle for a strike, 1-1. It's a pickoff throw that does not require a step to first base. It's a step off the rubber and then just a single throw to first. 1-1. In the dirt, blocked by Carlin, 2-1. Most lefties will usually lift the leg, pretend they're about to come home, but then they stride to first base to throw to first. But he's not even doing that. He just steps off with his left foot and then just throws all upper body to first base, and he doesn't get enough on it. 2-1. Allgaier hits a looper in the shallow left, and that drops in for a base hit. And that allows Santos to score from third. A couple of base hits, a couple of errors from the pitcher Bishop have added to this Oakland lead. It's now 7-1 Ballers in the 8th. I'm going to guess that Jaden Bishop does not throw over to first base for the remainder of this inning. Here is Jaden Calora, left on left. First pitch is inside, ball 1. 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors in this 8th inning, and there's still nobody out. 1-0. Calora looks at a fastball on the outside for a strike. It's 1-1. And the pitch from Bishop. Popped up. Third base side. Bermudez, the third baseman, sprints after it, but that is a foul ball off the facade of the left field VIP deck. 1-2. Calora's 0 for 2. He has drawn a couple of walks today. The 1-2 coming. Breaking ball, spoiled foul off to the left. Sunset approaching here in Missoula. Still a fair amount of daylight, but most of the field is engulfed in the shadows or the shade. 1-2. Calora hits a number up the middle. Shortstop Pjankovic steps on second for 1 out, and the throw to first in time for a double play. Two outs, base is empty for Ibarra. Jeter is 0 for 4. Oakland has scored 4 unanswered runs in the last 3 innings, and they have a 6-run lead. First pitch to Jeter. Fastball is low and outside, ball 1. Alex Cisneros still warming in right for Oakland. He will likely assume the bottom of the 8th on the mound for the Ballers. Bishop's 1-0. Ibarra takes down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. And this is the type of game that Oakland has longed for in terms of setting up their staff. 2-0. Ibarra chops it on the ground to second. It's a long hop for Barry, and he throws out Ibarra to end the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors in the 8th inning for Oakland. It is now a 6-run lead. 7-1 Ballers. Home half for the 8th coming up here on Ballers Radio.
For Arlo and Mateo playing collectible comparison.
Virginia Bulls for Oakland. Now pitching. Number 26.
Bottom 8 here from Allegiance Field at Oakland Park. It's the Ballers 7 and the Paddleheads 1 on this Saturday night. Alex Cisneros is a new righty in for Oakland. He faces Dean, Bermudez, and Pjakovic, and I'm 1-2 bats for Missoula. The righty Cisneros comes home. First pitch slider is inside for ball 1. Time now for our AC Transit Road to the Show. We update you on our former Ballers who are now in the bigs and in the minors. 1-0. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The Dodgers defeated the White Sox 7-1. Tyler Davis did pitch in the 9th, a scoreless 9th inning for Davis with 1 hit allowed and 1 strikeout recorded. Ball 3 up and in, 3-0. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, though, came 2 outs away from completing a no-hitter. 3-0. Fastball down the middle for a strike, 3-1. But a solo homer from Tristan Peters ended the no-hit bid and the shutout bid. And at one point, Yamamoto had a perfect game bid through 7. 3-1. Fastball inside, ball 4. So Davis, the 2024 baller, appears in the 9th for the White Sox today. Take a look at single A Fredericksburg. They are down in Kannapolis. No activity for Grant Manning for the Fred Nats today. Take a look at the Florida Complex League Nationals today. Here's the first pitch to Bermudez. It's a breaking ball outside for ball 1. No activity for Adam Bogosian or Noah Milliken today, but activity down in the Arizona Complex League for the White Sox. First pitch, the 1-0 to Bermudez is up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Cisneros right now cannot find the strike zone. And Calora is out to talk along with Jimmy Diedrich, the pitching coach for Oakland. Gabe Tanner, the Oakland opening night starter, Big Game Gabe, 2025 Pioneer League champion, made his affiliated ball debut for the Arizona Complex League White Sox. He came in relief and through 2 2/3 innings, allowed 3 runs on 5 hits with 1 walk and his first 2 affiliated ball strikeouts. And he will not be pitching in the Arizona Complex League for very long. He told our own Tyler Peterson that the White Sox are sending him to Single A Kannapolis. 2-0 after the mound visit. There's a strike on the outside, 2-1. So congratulations to Gabe Tanner on his White Sox debut, his affiliated ball debut, and now he will be going to Kannapolis. As here's a ball outside, 3 balls and a strike. The Kannapolis Cannonballers. No, I'm not joking. That is the name of the White Sox Single A affiliate in Kannapolis, North Carolina. Here's a pitch, and it's a breaking ball high and outside for ball 4. Well, this is sort of uncharacteristic of Cisneros himself. He's walked back-to-back hitters to lead off the 8th. And here is Jeremy Pyankovic. Gabe telling me he will fly to Kannapolis on Monday. First pitch to Pyankovic is a fastball high, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. The pitch is inside, 2-0. We'll see if Tanner is used in relief, or will they make a spot open for him in the rotation. 2-0. Rolled foul down the third base line, 2-1. Kannapolis, ironically enough, is finishing up their series against Fredericksburg. 2-1. Fastball is low, 3 balls and a strike. And they will hit the road to Fayetteville next week for a 6-game series against the Woodpeckers. That is the Single A affiliate of the Astros. The 3-1 is lined to first, caught by Ibarra. He throws to second, and he throws the ball away down the left field line, but Allgaier, the third baseman, is there to back it up and make sure that ball did not reach the Missoula bullpen. So Pyankovic swung away, lined it to first. It was backhanded by Ibarra. He caught it, and then they were going to have Dean doubled up at second, but the throw was wide of Cobb. And luckily, Allgaier alertly backed up the errant throw. Here's Apodaca with 1 out. Ballers ahead by 6. First pitch. Apodaca takes a strike. A fastball on the outside, 0-1. Apodaca scored the lone run for Missoula today. Cisneros is 0-1. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th. Dean at second. Bermudez at first. 1-1 on Apodaca. Apodaca turns on one and fouls it down the right field line. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Cisneros is set at the waist, and he throws. Fastball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cisneros, a 2.77 ERA. This is his team leading 10th appearance of the year. 19 strikeouts in 13 innings from the righty reliever. Is 2-2 on the way. Fastball chopped foul over towards first. Count remains 2-2 on Enzo Apodaca. 2-2. Apodaca flies it down the right field line into the corner. Santos slides, and that is a foul ball. And luckily, it landed just foul. Otherwise, that might have started the carousel on the base paths for Missoula. Santos hustled after that fly ball into the right field corner. Slid, but it landed just foul by maybe a foot and a half. Wasn't fouled by very much. The 2-2 coming. Apodaca grounds it foul off of his knee. He's gingerly walking out of the batter's box, now hunched over. And I don't think Michael Schlack's got both hands on his hips. And he's got quite a perturbed look because he knows he can't afford another position player to leave the game with an injury. He's already used one pitcher, one reliever tonight, and Apodaca is still walking things out behind the plate. Now he gives him a thumbs up. Missoula with no bench players available today coming in. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. And the pitch is grounded foul down the first base line. This is quite the battle here between Cisneros and Apodaca. This has to be the 9th or 10th pitch of the at-bat here. Two is fouled into the glove of Calora. What's the ruling? Aaron Miles, the manager for Oakland, is out. He's asking for an explanation. Right now, it appears to be a foul ball, but Calora is saying he held on. Mike Green, the home plate umpire, threw both of his hands up. Aaron is talking with the third base umpire, Matt Beaver. I mean, it looked like Calora held on that foul ball, albeit we do not have the best angle. We're positioned behind the plate, but Calora said he hung on. It is a foul ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miles unpleased as he walks back to the dugout. 2-2 is hammered to deep right field, and it is gone. So from what could have been a strikeout swinging on a foul tip, it's now a 3-run homer for Enzo Apodaca, his 5th of the year. And it's a 7-4 Ballers lead in the 8th. And Jim Diedrich is hot. He is going right after the home plate umpire, Mike Green, and Mike Green has to tell him, hey, that's enough. He threw a hand out and told Jim Diedrich, that's enough from you in the dugout. But you can understand why the Ballers are upset. Here is Klemp, who swings and misses at a slider for strike 1. 3-run homer for Apodaca, his 5th of the year. And Missoula is right back in this one. 7-4 here in the 8th. 0-1. Klemp takes the ball in the dirt. It hits the plate and then skips up and hits the netting about 20 or so feet high. That almost carried over the netting into the stands. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and a strike. Well, you give Missoula a lifeline, and they will make you pay. And that's just kind of what it felt like after Apodaca was granted another pitch. 2-1. Klemp takes low and outside. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Cisneros from the stretch deals. Klemp drills one to left field. And that one is not coming back. Missoula goes back-to-back here in the 8th. Nick Klemp with his 6th homer of the year, his 3rd of the series. And it's a 2-run ball game. And now Mike Green just ejected someone from the Ballers dugout. Who did he throw out? Did he throw out Aaron Miles or Jim Diedrich? Aaron Miles now out to talk with Green. Somebody in the Ballers dugout has just been ejected. Miles is pleading his case with Mike Green. Jim Diedrich is being restrained by Scott Ginger, the first base umpire. Who exactly got ejected? Now, obviously, Miles and Diedrich have been quite upset in this inning because they thought that Calora held on the foul tip for strike 3. And Diedrich, I think, is the one that got ejected because he's the one that seems the most demonstrative out of him and Miles. And it appears that Jimmy Diedrich got tossed. He's getting a security escort. There's 2 security members, Missoula staff member, and then it looks like almost a member of the grounds crew. He's got the royal treatment here. He's got 5 people walking him out of the stadium. And this is a stadium where you have to, the clubhouses are on top of the concourse. And so Jim is walking up the steps of the crowd, of the concourse level, and he is making his way through the crowd. He's got quite the escort here. 5 people escorting him out of the stadium. Here is Kazuski, who takes a ball outside 1-0, and Tyler Peterson just commenting that is the first career ejection, Ballers ejection for Jim Diedrich, our pitching coach. Here's a fastball inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Jim's got a big smile on his face. I mean, he was trying to get his money's worth there. 2-0. Change up on the lower outside corner for a strike, 2-1. I don't know if maybe he was talking with the fan or something. He was joking around. 2-1. Fastball is high. Well, this is Cisneros better throw a strike here, or else he may not see another hitter. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch, and that's high for ball 4. And that will be it for Cisneros today. Just did not have it with his command. He's given up 4 runs in this 8th, and Oakland has to turn to Braden Nelson now with the tying run coming up to the plate. What was once a 6-run lead, it is now a 2-run lead with a tying run coming up to the plate. 7-5 Ballers. We'll be right back here on Ballers Radio.
Number 33, Brandon Wilson. Number 23, Aaron Gore.
Alex Cisneros faced 6 batters, recorded only 1 out, and what was a 6-run lead heading into the bottom of the 8th is now just a 2-run lead. Ballers 7, Paddleheads 5, as Braden Nelson is now in for the Ballers, looking to get the final 5 outs of this ball game. He faces Garrett Gores, the right-handed reliever, first, with Kazuski at first base. First pitch to Gores is a fastball taken down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Gores entered the game midway through after Feliciano, the first baseman, exited with an injury. 0-1 is outside. It goes to the backstop, and it's a wild pitch. That puts Kazuski at second base. This is Gores' first reps at bat since 2023. Former reliever at Gonzaga. 1-1 the count. He fouls it off into the Ballers' first base dugout, 1-2. No available bench players for Missoula coming into the game. And after Feliciano went down, Gores came in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nelson throws, and Gores hits a chopper to first. Ibarra fields, underhands to Nelson in time for the outs. To third goes Kazuski. 2 outs for Leighton Berry. Berry's 0 for 2 with the walk. 2 outs in the 8th. First pitch to Berry. Fastball is outside, ball 1. 10th time that Nelson is pitching this season. 8 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, 6 walks. The pitch. Berry takes a fastball high, 2-0. Nelson pitched on Thursday, a scoreless 9th in the victory for Oakland. Two balls and no strikes. 4 runs in for the Paddleheads on 2 hits, 2-0. Fastball outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Missoula had just 1 hit through the first 7 innings. They have 4 runs on 2 homers in this frame. 3-0. Fastball is outside, ball 4. And the go-ahead run is coming to the plate in Camden Carlin. Paddleheads trying to rally back from down 6. First pitch to Carlin. Fastball down the middle, taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Ballers in the 9th will have Blythe, Buford, and Druick, the 6, 7, 8 bats for the Ballers. 0-1. Carlin takes outside with a fastball, 1-1. The tying run at first base for Missoula. Men on the corners, 2 outs, 1-1. Carlin hits a weak grounder to short. Cobb charges, throws to first, got him. And the inning is over. Tremaine runs off the field and says, calm down, everybody. I will field the ball and throw out the runner and get us out of the 8th. 7-5 Ballers as we go to the 9th after a 4-run 8th from Missoula. 2-run lead for Oakland as we go to the 9th here on Ballers Radio. Noah Blythe, the hitter, to begin the ninth for Oakland. A 7-5 Ballers lead. Matthew Tomensy, the new lefty for Missoula. And the first pitch fastball is taken up and away for ball one. Blythe, Buford, Druick. Oakland looking for at least a run, maybe a couple, after Missoula scored 4 in the 8th. The pitch is a strike. A fastball on the outside, 1-0 on Blythe. 4 runs on 2 homers in that bottom of the 8th for Missoula. The 1-1 pitch is a strike. Fastball taken down the middle. It's 1-2. Tomensy pitched yesterday. Back-to-back nights he is throwing. And the 1-2 coming. Fastball is up and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Blythe has reached base twice today via a walk and a single. 2-2 is cut on a miss. Strike 3 on a high breaking ball. There's 1 down. Buford is 1 for 4. A single in the 4th. He has struck out twice. Lefty versus the righty. First pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. Final game of the series tomorrow afternoon. A 1:05 Pacific first pitch. 1-0. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. 1-1. We'll have the Ballers pregame show beginning at 12:50. 1-1. Buford takes upstairs with the fastball. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch. Fastball at the knees, called a strike. And it's 2-2. Druick to follow. Tomensy, southpaw. Fires. Buford rips it in the left center field, down for a hit. Got a fastball right down Broadway, and he missiled it. 109 off the bat for a 1-out single. Davis Druick now the hitter. He has driven in 4 of the 7 runs for Oakland today. First pitch is a called strike. Fastball on the outside, 0-1. Ballers 7, Paddleheads 5. Oakland looking to take a 3-2 lead in this series. The 0-1. Breaking ball popped up. Shallow left field. Long run for the pitcher, Gores. It is a foul ball as it lands to the left of the chalk, just about 2 or 3 feet foul. No balls and 2 strikes on Druick. Only a 2-run lead. I think you'd like to feel, in order to feel good about entering the bottom of the 9th, you'd like to be up by 4. And as we know with the Ballers, there's really no lead that you can feel too comfortable with. 0-2, well outside with a fastball, 1-2. But in this case, I would say 4 runs, a 4-run lead entering the bottom of the 9th against this Missoula offense, you would feel pretty good about. 1-2 pitch. Fastball high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
If you lost your cell phone with art on the back of it, yes.
In the 9th, Missoula will have the top. No, excuse me. They will have the 9, 1, and 2 batters. Pitch to Druick is popped up over towards third, out of play. Dean, Bermudez, and Pjankovic will hit first against Nelson. 2-2 to Druick is foul back. Davis putting up a good fight here against Tomlinson, left on left. Three-run homer in the 4th, RBI double in the 7th for the second-year baller, who is starting to turn the corner at the plate after a slow start. 2-2. Fastball high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Tomlinson making his 6th appearance of the year. He's allowed just 1 earned run in 6 innings and has struck out 10. The payoff coming. Druick tips it into the glove of the catcher Carlin for strike 3. Two outs for Leahy. Leahy is 0 for 4. Right-handed bat versus a lefty arm. First pitch is high. It skips to the backstop off the tip of Carlin's glove, and Buford will advance to second on a wild pitch. It is dusk here in Montana. 1-0 on Leahy. The pitch. Fastball high. 2-0. Tomlinson, the mustached lefty, is set at the belt. And the 2-0. Fastball finds the top of the zone for a called strike. It's 2-1. Two and 1 on Leahy. Here it is. Breaking ball is low. Didn't miss by much. It's 3-1. Oakland does not have any challenges left. I believe Missoula has 1. Tomlinson set. 3-1. Leahy hits a line drive in the right center field. That's through for a hit. And Buford can sprint home. The ball gets away from Kozuski and rolls into right center. And that allows Leahy to advance to second. It's an RBI single and a 5th Missoula error on the night. And it's a critical insurance run for the Ballers to make it now 8-5 Oakland in the 9th. So Leahy, who was 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts, gets a base hit. And TJ McKenzie is going to run for Leahy at second base. He'll be the designated pinch runner here in the 9th. Certainly a big run there, even though this is a 3-run game, but you want to enter the 9th, ideally with a 4-run lead. A run in on 2 hits. First pitch to Cobb. Trey takes a strike. A breaking ball at the knees, 0-1. No balls in the strike. Tomlinson fires. Cobb takes strike 2. Takes a fastball on the outside, 0-2. Eight runs on 11 hits for Oakland. They could use one more. 0-2. Cobb leaves a fastball high. 1-2. Domincy ready. Looks at second. And the pitch. McKenzie runs, and Cobb hits a line drive down the right field line. That is a foul ball. Foul by about 4 or 5 feet in the corner. No, Xavier Garcia letting us know that the Knicks are NBA champions. Wow. I did peek at my phone a little bit earlier, and it looked like San Antonio was ahead at the half. But the Knicks break their long title drought over 50 years. And they are your NBA champions in 5 games over the Spurs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cobb. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, 2-2. I thought San Antonio would at least get game 5, and then the Knicks would close things out in game 6. But my, oh my, what a scene it's going to be in New York City tonight and possibly for the rest of the weekend. 2-2. Cobb hits a fly ball in the right center. Apodaca moves to his right, makes a catch in the gap, and the inning is over. Ballers score a run on 2 hits. The base hit from Leahy brings home Buford, and the Ballers need 3 more outs to take game 5 of this series. 8-5 Oakland. Braden Nelson back out on the mound when we return for the bottom of the 9th on Ballers Radio. Ballers need 3 more outs to defeat the Paddleheads on this Saturday night. The first pitch from Braden Nelson is a fastball down the middle for a called strike 1. Ballers 8, Paddleheads 5, bottom of the 9th. Braden Nelson back out on the mound, trying to complete a 5-out save. 0-1 fastball taken down the middle for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Dean, Bermudez, and Pjakovic, the 9-1-2 bats, do up for Missoula. Last chance for the Paddleheads on this Saturday. Nelson's 0-2. Slider in the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Charlie Hurley, the starter, through 6 innings of 1 run, 1 hit ball, allowed 2 walks, and he struck out 6 in his first start back from the injured list. Arguably the best start by a Ballers pitcher this season. 1-2. Dean hits a flare, and it's over the leaping second baseman Leahy into right for a base hit. Nelson threw a fastball in on Dean's hands, and he somehow muscled it in the shallow right for a leadoff single. Ballers scored a run in the top of the ninth to make it a 3-run game. But here come the Paddleheads. Here's Bermudez. First pitch fastball is outside for ball one. 1-0. Oakland led by as many as 6. Heading into the bottom of the 8th. 1-0. Bermudez hits a high fly ball and a fairly deep right center, but Santos has room. He makes the catch in the gap for the first out of the 9th. Missoula then scored 4 runs on 2 homers, including a 3-run shot from Enzo Apodaca, who is on deck. And then a solo homer by Klemp to pull Missoula within just a pair. Here is Pjakovic, the shortstop. First pitch. Fastball is in tight for ball one. Oakland 8, Missoula 5, 1 out in the 9th. The 1-0. Fastball clips the outside for a called strike, 1-1. Oakland trying to ensure at least a split in this series with a win today. Spin throw to first, and Dean dives in safely. Oakland has turned a double play today. That was back in the 4th. 1-1, nearly hits him. Fastball in tight, 2-1. You do not want to bring the tying run to the plate. 2-1. Slider is tossed off the outside. 3 balls and a strike. Apodaca waiting. Nelson's 3-1. Fastball is grounded up the third base line, picked up by Calora. He throws to first, and it's in time for the out. A swinging bunt up the third base line. I thought he fouled that off his foot, but no, he then ran after swinging. And Calora picked it up and threw him out for out number 2. And I think Michael Schlacht is wondering the same thing that I was thinking. I thought that was a foul ball, but the umpires did not signal a foul. They let the play go, and Oakland is 1 out away from a Saturday night victory. Dean advanced to second on that grounder. 2 outs for Apodaca. First pitch is a sinker low for ball one. Ballers trying to win their 10th game of the regular season. They are 1 out away from doing so. 1-0. Apodaca grounds it to first. Ibarra's got it. He steps on first base, and that is the ball game. Oakland prevails. A 6-run 8th inning lead was cut into. Missoula pulled within just a pair. But it's a scoreless 9th from Braden Nelson, and Oakland has won its 10th game of the regular season. They have won Game 5 of this series, and they take a 3-2 series lead here in Missoula with a chance to win the series tomorrow afternoon. A superb start from Charlie Hurley. Davis Truick drives in 4, and the bullpen bends. But you know what I'm going to say next. It doesn't break. And Oakland is victorious today, 8-5 over the Paddleheads. Ballers win. It's time now for the Ballers postgame show coming up next here on Ballers Radio.
grand prize, which is 2 season tickets for the 2027 season.
Ballers win on this Saturday night over the Missoula Paddleheads by a final of 8-5. Oakland has now taken a 3-2 lead in this series, and they can go for the series win tomorrow afternoon. We welcome you back here to Allegiance Field at Oakland Park. My name is Gareth Kwok. This is the Ballers postgame show as Oakland prevails 8-5 over Missoula. Well, a night after getting kicked in the teeth 15-3, they needed a strong start, and they got one from Charlie Hurley, who flew up from Oakland a couple days ago to make his scheduled start today in his return from the injured list, and boy, did he deliver. He's going to be our Proposition Chicken player of the game after he twirls a quality start. 6 innings of 1-run ball, just 1 hit allowed, and 2 walks with 6 strikeouts to pick up his first win of the regular season. He was getting swings and misses with the off speed. His fastball command was good, and he induced lots of ground balls, and his defense helped him out plenty. No errors committed by Oakland in the field. And the Ballers offense would finally wake up in the 4th against the starting right-hander Ryan Wentz for Missoula. Wentz struggled with command. For a guy that had just 1 walk through 3 starts coming into this game, he walked 6 on the night in 3 1/3 innings. He walked Blight to lead off the 4th, gave up a single to Cam Buford before then on a 3-2 pitch. He hung one for Davis Druick, who launched it deep to right center for a 401-foot 3-run blast, and that put Oakland up 3-0. A run in the 4th on a RBI single from Kazuski after Hurley hit Apodaca was the lone run that he allowed in the 4th. But again, 6 innings of 1-run baseball, just 1 hit allowed, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. That has got to be the best start by a Ballers pitcher this season. Oakland would scored a run in the 6th and the 7th on a RBI single from Jake Allgaier with 2 outs off the right-handed reliever Reese Fields. And then Davis Druick drove in his 4th run of the game with a 2-out RBI double to right to score Blythe from second base. 2 runs in the 8th for Oakland on a RBI single from Santos and an RBI single from Allgaier. Jaden Bishop, the lefty, committed 2 errors in that 8th on errant pickoff throws down the right field line that allowed Cobb to advance from 1st to 3rd and Santos from 1st to 3rd. So you're thinking, all right, Oakland up by 6, heading into the bottom of the 8th, and with the way things are going, that this should be a relatively easy win. Oh boy, there's no such thing as easy wins, as we found out. A 4-run 8th for Missoula made things a little bit more interesting. Alex Cisneros struggled today, an off night from the righty, just 1 out recorded against the 6 batters he faced. And the one call that was in question in that 8th inning was against Enzo Apodaca. Cisneros had walked a pair of batters, and with 1 out, he appeared to strike out Apodaca swinging on a foul tip that was held onto by Calora. But the umpire, Mike Green, put both of his hands up and signaled foul ball, and that prompted a fiery argument from the Ballers dugout, including from pitching coach Jim Diedrich, who was later ejected by Green. So on a ball that appeared to have been held on to by Calora on a foul tip from the swinging Apodaca, instead he got second life, and on the what appeared to be like the 12th or 13th pitch of the at-bat, he laced a 3-run home run over the right field fence to bring the Paddleheads within 3. Klemp followed with a solo homer to left center, and that pulled the Paddleheads within just a pair. So 2 home runs given up by Cisneros. He walked the next batter, and Aaron Miles had to go to his closer and Braden Nelson to record the final 5 outs. He got Gores to ground out to first. He walked Barry, but then Carlin grounded out to short to end the 8th. Oakland would add one more run in the 9th on a RBI single from Leahy to right center to score Buford. And Nelson gave up a leadoff single in the 9th to Dean, but got Bermudez to pop out to right, Pjakovic to ground out to the catcher, and Apodaca to ground out to first. And the Ballers come out victorious tonight over the Paddleheads, 8-5, to win their 10th game of the regular season and their 4th on this road trip. Final totals tonight here from Missoula. Oakland, 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They stranded 11 on base. The Paddleheads, 5 runs on 4 hits, 5 errors. They gave up a lot of free bases today. Very uncharacteristic of Missoula. 9 walks in 9 innings, 5 errors, and they stranded 7 on base. Charlie Hurley is the winning pitcher. He's now 1-1 on the season. Ryan Wentz, the loser, at 2-1. And Braden Nelson picks up his second save of the season in a game that lasted 3 hours and 6 minutes in front of this Star Wars night crowd here at Allegiance Field at Oakland Park. Coming up next here on the Ballers Postgame Show, we take a look at some scores from the Pioneer League, Major League Baseball, and then we'll preview the final game of this 12-game road trip and a chance for Oakland to fly home happy with the series victory with a win tomorrow afternoon. That's all coming up next when the Ballers Postgame Show continues here on Ballers Radio. Back here in Missoula, Oakland wins 8-5 to win Game 5 of the series, and they have a 3-2 lead on Missoula as they head into tomorrow. Let's take a look at some Pioneer League scores one last time here on Ballers Radio. Long Beach with an 8-3 victory over Modesto. The Coast now improve to 19-4, and they've won 4 in a row. Great Falls comes back and defeats Ogden 13-10. Glacier is ahead of Billings 17-10 in the bottom of the 8th. Boise is blowing out Idaho Falls 17-8 in the top of the 8th. And last but not least, the Red Pocket Mobiles lead the Yuba Southern Freebirds 10-5 in the bottom of the 6th. We forgot to mention our Ava Energy play of the game. And we're going to make it the 3-run home run from Davis Truick to right field to start the scoring for the Ballers. A 401-foot home run off the bat of Druick. 3 home runs this series. He drove in 4 on the night. That's your Ava Energy play of the game. Last but not least, Major League Baseball scores on this Saturday night. Cubs right now ahead of the Giants 6-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Rockies and A's are tied at 5 in the bottom of the 6th down in Las Vegas. Padres defeated the Orioles 9-3 from Camden Yards. The Cardinals defeated the Twins 9-6. Yankees win over the Blue Jays 3-1. Nationals 8-3 winners over the Mariners. Pirates defeat the Marlins 3-2. Braves defeat the Mets 3-1. Guardians take down the Tigers 3-1. Reds a 1-run win over the D-backs 2-1. Dodgers defeat the White Sox 7-1. Yoshinobu Yamamoto came 2 outs away from a no-hitter. Red Sox defeat the Rangers 6-3. Phillies in the barn burner outlast the Brewers 9-8. Astros take down the Royals 8-7. And the other game in progress, Angels and Rays. Angels are shutting out the Rays 4-0 in the bottom of the 6th. All right, our last game of this 12-game road trip. Boy, we are anxious to come home and see you all back at Raimondi Park next Tuesday. But first, one last game of this road trip. Tomorrow afternoon at 1:05 Pacific, we'll have the Ballers pregame show beginning at 12:50. And the Oakland starter has yet to be announced for the Ballers. So they'll announce a starter soon. But again, tomorrow, a chance for Oakland to win the series, a chance to fly home happy. Oakland and Missoula tomorrow afternoon, a 1:05 Pacific first pitch. We'll have the Ballers pregame show right here on our YouTube channel and on the Home Team Network beginning at 12:50. Hope you can tune in, and then we will see you back in person and back at home at Raimondi Park on Tuesday night for the beginning of a 6-game homestand against the Long Beach Coast and the Modesto Roadsters. That is going to do things for us tonight from Missoula. For Tyler Peterson, I'm Gareth Kwok saying so long from Allegiance Field at Oakland Park. Once again, the final score, the Oakland Ballers 8 and the Missoula Paddleheads 5. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we will talk to you all tomorrow. Until then, so long, everybody.